Bulldog Gin. They told you, everybody said to you,
no way, no chance.
No way. Who needs, this is kind of a turbo gin, right?
Right.
A man, tough guy gin, and they always said to you, no, gin is
history. Nobody's drinking gin. Everybody's drinking vodka. Gin is, grandfathers drink gin. Who cares about a new gin coming out today?
And what'd you say?
I told him, listen, what I'm trying to do is I'm bringing sexy back to gin. I want to come up with a gin. Me and my partner, what we did is we said, we're going to make this gin that's so hot and exciting. When you drink it, you're not going to want to drink anything else. So went to distributors. Our first, we got a sling of no's. They're like, everybody says nobody's going to drink gin. No, there's no room on the market for this.
Okay, so you got the no.
And I understood where they were coming from, so I didn't hold it against them, and it's just the nature of the market.
You're too political, Anshuman. You don't have to be that politically correct here.
So
Okay.
I said, you know what? Then me and my partner decided that we're just going to go out and sell on our own. So I went my first day. I told you before, I went to 10 places. The first 9 said no. Believe me, each time I walked from bar, the walk became a lot longer. And these places are right together. I was like, oh, what am I doing here?
You weren't like Cook, who nailed the first one, right?
No, everybody said, they looked at me and said, Jen, they said, are you okay? What's wrong with you? Some guy touched my forehead. I said, you must have a fever or something. So I went to the 10th place, this place, Daddy O's in West Village, and the guy said, you know what, I'm going to give you a shot. I actually like what you're doing. Let me take a bottle. And he said, I'll take it. That was my first sale. I said, oh my goodness, I felt like I sold 1 million cases just getting that one bottle.
Right.
And I went back a week later to talk to him. I said, well, I approached him with such trepidation. I was like, oh my God, I hope he sold one drink. Oh, one person bought it. So what is he came back and I said, what happened to that bottle of Bulldog? I said, you know what? I gave it to a couple people this weekend. They really liked it. We're done with that bottle. I'm glad you came and send me a case. That's how it
Here's the lessons here as we get a little product placement for Bulldog. Number
Gin.
1, dig when everybody's zagging, okay? Everybody says vodka, 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 vodka. You're the new guy in the block. You're not going to make any vodka. Go in the other direction. Zig while everybody's zagging. Number 2, tell you no, it's yes. Number 3, if you believe in your product, say we've had a lot of people on the show. You know what? Keep it here. If it doesn't sell, I'll take it all back. If you're not going to bet on it, they're not going to bet on it. So that's the greatest. I've yet to meet the person. When you say, here, Mr. Storekeeper, or here, Mr. Person, take it. Doesn't sell? I'll take it back. That says 2 things to them. Number 1, get something free. Number 2, this person really believes what they have. And if you're the new kid on your block, you got to do stuff like that.
Absolutely. And that's the only way. You have to show them that you're right. You have to prove to them that you believe in it. And no one's going to believe in it unless you don't.
Right. And it doesn't matter how many no's you get. There is that yes, the greatest feeling in the world. Use the no's as inspiration.
So thank you for saying that. I mean, it's really the greatest feeling. There's no better feeling.
It is. Guys, panel of experts here, board of directors, because we've all heard no. We've all tried to. You had great stories about getting your foot in the door. Any tips, any little tricks? You had your own specific things of turning a no into a yes and breaking down that first door, because that's the toughest one.
I think you're in a great business because, well, there are lesser beverages, but we can respect them. And your customers are like individuals. You don't have to sell to Target and Walmart. Business where you can go to one person at a time and where one bartender can believe in you and in your product and get you going. He can tell 5 other bartenders. That's a great business.
What are the other? Go ahead, sir.
Something to add to what you said. When I pitched Neiman's, I said, basically, if you do not sell it, I will take it all back. So it was 0 risk. I kept saying 0 risk. And then she put me in 7 stores, and I immediately called every friend I'd ever had in those 7 stores. And I said,
create the market. You'll buy it.
I said, if you go into Neiman's and act really excited about Spanx, I'll mail you a check. And they did, and it flew off the shelves.
We also had a story of basically, we had somebody on here who told a story about they were trying to sell somebody into something. The person wouldn't take it. Then they had a friend call that person and say, we hear you carrying that stuff. Where can I get it? You create your own market. It's not about lying. It's about little, getting it going. Business. I've never bet, once again, it's about being clever. It's about creating your own market. You have to make it. It's that simple.
For me, at the beginning, we were talking about giving things away. At the beginning, I thought, what's going on with celebrities when they're pregnant? Who's dressing them? So I immediately started contacting them. And yes, I gave them a lot of clothes, but it worked. They wore them. Then they were in People magazine, and they were on TV shows. Then all of a sudden, everyone else wanted them, and they wanted to actually buy them. So you're giving stuff away and letting people have them, especially high-profile people. It's a great way to get your foot.
The final thought also, guys, and we've talked about this on the show before, the obligatory sales. Sometimes when you do something so creative to somebody, you send them something where they just go, this guy or this girl, I gotta give him a shot. I gotta give him 30 seconds. So if you're not getting in the door, you're not obligated. Do something that's so wild, so out of the box. What do you have to lose? Nothing. Okay. When we come back, how would you like to get your product on HSN? Once again, there's so many people on the show who've told the story. That's when it kicks. You get on there. If I can only get my thing on HSN, I'm gonna make millions.
front of millions of customers on HSN.
Not every product is made for TV, but a lot of them are. And I think the first thing that you have to do as entrepreneurs is really understand your product.
And later,
How do you find the right lawyer?
Is it really possible to have it all?
How do I get to the next step?